The FCC has finally restored net neutrality. Hallelujah, I just can't believe it. It's great news for everybody. By the way, glad to have you with us. And don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. It will help the channel up so much. Thank you so much. Anyway, net neutrality has been an ongoing issue for the last couple years. And now finally the FCC has brought the hammer down and restoring net neutrality. And what does that mean? In case you don't know, net neutrality basically is a regulation that helps keep a free and open internet and regulates these ISPs that they can't do the damage to us consumers. For example, let's say you go to a particular website, okay? And let's say the traffic is insane. Let's say you spend 5, 16 gigabytes worth of data going to this one website or streaming website. That now the ISP can have an algorithm in there that detects that you're going to the site so much, you're exceeding this data rate or whatever it is, and then limit the speed onto it, which you technically are supposed to have all the speed that you pay for. So how can they limit? Or they might have a website that at the time is so controversial they could block the access to the website. In order to go around that, you have to use a VPN. That's just the Cliff Notes version of net neutrality. But recently the FCC has put a reversal on that, restoring that. So this is a big win for everybody. It keeps everything open and fair, and it helps even smaller companies that want to start ISP. They can get into the market a little bit easier now, But either way, let's go over the article that I have right here. It says right here, net neutrality rules restored by U.S. agency reversing Trump. So in case you don't know, in the previous administration, they're the ones who pretty much dismantled net neutrality. Now, right here, the U.S. Federal Commission voted 3-2 on Thursday to restore the landmark net neutrality rules and assume regulatory oversight of the broadband rescinded under former President Donald Trump. The commission voted along Parliament to finalize a proposal first advanced in October to reinstate open internet rules adopted in 2015. This was under then President Barack Obama and reestablished the Commission Broadband Authority. Okay? So you hear from the current FCC chair, Jessica, believes that every consumer deserves internet access that is fair, fast, open, and fair. And I agree with that. You see, you're paying so much money for access to the internet, and then all of a sudden the ISP said, well, we want to limit traffic to this website. Or maybe you're a competitor with the ISP, and they just limit your traffic because they just don't like you. They find out. Whatever the reason is, they shouldn't have the door to really do that. If you pay for a service, in return, you're supposed to get the service that you pay for. That's how it's supposed to work. Now here's the principle. Net neutrality refers to the principle that internet service provider should enable access to all content applicated regardless of the source and without favoring or blocking particular products or websites. So that's basically what I said a little while back. That's basically some of net neutrality. You should have the right to open access in there, especially if you pay for it. The ISP shouldn't be able to block websites or whatever it will because either they don't like you or they think that this is their competitor. And in this part I forgot to highlight. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce criticized the FCC action, saying it was impossible, imposing a flawed pre-provincial regulatory structure on broadband, and will only defer the investment invitation necessary to connect all Americans. Under Trump, the FCC has argued that net neutrality was unnecessary, blocking innovation, resulting in decline in network investment by internet provider, a contention disturbed by Democrats. So anyway, this whole thing gets political, but what it means for you and me consumers is that back then, when they got rid of the rules, the regulation, it means that these big ISPs didn't have to really invest into infrastructure, because back then, see, they had a regulation to keep investing in the infrastructure. They can't just leave the infrastructure as it is and then increase the price without returning the investment. They can't do that. So with this new rules, and there's more complication, I'm just giving you the surface version of net neutrality. There's a lot of regulation going against ISP. They have to keep the infrastructure up to date. But before then, when they dismantle it, they can do whatever the heck they want. Okay, they can leave their old infrastructure crumble, increase the prices, block websites, and do whatever. Now, they can't do that anymore. So this is great. This is great news for everyone. So I wanted to share that because, you see, we are living in a digital age. We're no longer in the pre-television age or whatever. It's just the radio and television where you get your information. We get our information on the digital landscape that we call known as the internet now. So it's important to know what regulations are out there, folks. So make sure you stay educated. Know what your local congressman or congresswoman are doing, including your local representatives. Anything that disrupts disrupts your digital the digital lifestyle that we have right now, we should be up in arms and say, hey, what's going on? And you hear what's going on now with the TikTok ban, which is that's another issue we'll probably talk about later on. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this a great thing that net neutrality rules are restored, or is this a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video.